Please welcome both teams with a big applause, England and Germany Under-18. And now please, be upstanding for the national anthems, starting with Germany.
Hello and a warm welcome to live coverage of this Under-18 international fixture between Germany Under-18s and England Under-18s in Pinatar, near Murcia in the south of Spain. So this is a Four Nations tournament at the Pinatar Arena. It is being called the Under-18 Pinatar Super Cup, as Germany Under-18s face their old rivals England in the Super Cup. So here are the lineups for you. For Germany, of course, you have to look out for Noah Darvich as well as Paris Brunner. Paris Brunner had a sensational Under-17s World Cup as Germany lifted the trophy, was top scorer in the tournament. As for England, Jayden Danns, perhaps the name that we've heard most, the Liverpool forward, made an appearance in the League Cup final against Chelsea a couple of weeks back. As Hanno Balic's Germany side won 1-0 against the Netherlands in the opening fixture in this mini tournament. And it will probably be equally tough against England as well. In that game it was 0-0 against the Netherlands, but Noah Darvich, the captain and Under-17 World Cup winner, scored in the 48th time. And it was an intense match, but a deserved victory in the end for Germany. Well, as for England, they beat Czechia in their opener, with Ameyor and Tyreek George scoring in the first half. They did concede a direct free kick after half-time, but they held on for the narrow 2-1 win. So now Hanno Balic, who has signed a new contract at the DFB, takes on Tom Curtis of England, as Hanno Balic has been with the group as Under-17 World Cup winners since September. And he's worked for 7 years as well as assistant in various age groups, so he knows a lot about these boys. And it's the first time for some of those Under-17 players with that World Cup success in Indonesia to join the Under-18 group. As this is preparation and for qualification for the Euro Under-19 Championships. The qualifiers will take place in autumn. Well, it looks as though we are just about ready to get going here. Germany with the kickoff. Lovely weather here in the south of Spain, as Germany start the game kicking from right to left in the change strip. England debuting their new home kit in this match. As Dyer just touching the ball forward. As you expect, a lot of big clubs are represented by the players in today's match. Noah Darvish, for example, Barcelona player, as Germany come forward for the first time here. And Finlay Herrick has to claim the ball there ahead of Murstedt. For Germany as well, a couple of Borussia Dortmund players in Brunner and Kabar. Max Schmidt in goal, a Bayern player. And there's also Alpha Rubrecht, who is a Manchester City player. As England comes storming forwards here over the halfway line with just over a minute gone. The ball finds its way out to Rowe. Now this is Nioni. And some snappy passing there. And before it's been given away there by Orford. And perhaps the chance for Germany to come forward again, but it's just been lost there in the right back position. The ball played across the edge of the box and just sliced away. Pressure early on from the England Under-18s, as Nioni just feeds it back here for Murray Campbell. Well, 3 Liverpool players in the starting lineup for England. As we see that deep ball just drifts out of play. So Max Schmidt here will get his first touch of the ball with this goal kick for Germany. Well, Samuel Amayor, who scored for England against Czechia, finds himself on the bench for today's match at the start. As Germany launch this one forward, and just popped out towards the left-hand side, towards Brunner. Well, you can hear in the microphones, it's blustery conditions down on the coast. But magnificent conditions of the pitch, great training facilities. As the ball just played back there by Kabar to Schmidt. Just trying to tempt England in there before going over the press. As the ball is played down the left-hand side, but that's too far ahead there of Paris Brunner. Germany can press here with the ball at the feet of the England defenders. Keanu Dyer has seen a lot of the ball so far in the opening 3.5 minutes for England. As it looks as though we are going to get an attractive game of football here in this Under-18 fixture. Well, there's Dans. Quick turn on the board, trying to slide it through there. It was Rowe who was on the run, but Herwerts there of Stuttgart managing to intercept the ball. Out for the throw for England. into the box and claimed easily in the end by Max Schmidt. Into the 5th minute, still goalless, no chances as yet for either side. England perhaps with the better start, just settling. Schmidt clears long out towards the right-hand side. Well, Brunner is in space on this left-hand side, but the attack still forming down the right, and in the end, Megoma gets it out, the Southampton player. And a throw-in is awarded to England. All the way back to Herrick. It's calmly away in the end by Herrick, up towards the halfway line. And Ione just feeding it infield for Dyer, who's continued his run through midfield. And the Liverpool player out towards the left-hand side. It looks as though the offside flag, though, raised against Sundala. Good organisation there from the German defence. As we see this half chance here from earlier. Merstedt, though, just unable to get there ahead of Finley Herrick. That's as close as we've come to a chance in this match so far in the opening 6 minutes. As Brunner here, trying to use his pace to get away down the left-hand side. Well, the England players know that he is one of the main threats in this Germany team. Getting close to him. Now Rowe looking for the long throw up towards Dans. And winning the free kick there as well. Just tugged back there by the looks of it by Kabar. Going to be Dyer to take this one. I don't think he's going to swing it over into the box. It looks as though it's going to be taken short. Indeed, trying to get Ione on the run down the right-hand side, but Kabar equal to it. As we see a heavy touch there by Ione. Be a goal kick for Max Schmidt on 7.5 minutes, which in fact he's not going to take. Germany happy to play out from the back, very much like the full international side. Of course, these younger age groups key in the development of the players for the international team. We are starting to see a number of these players breaking into the first team reckoning, the likes of Ben Sadadai at Hertha Berlin. Paris Brunner has also been involved for Borussia Dortmund this season. Will look to hit the ground running in his professional career. Germany just starting to find their rhythm here with their passing, starting to find the angles. This is Darvish, just trying the cross-field ball. It was intercepted. Decent idea, though, to try and spread the play. Now England can come on the counter-attack through Ione. Rowe, and that's been well dealt with by Kabar. Looks as though Kabar is going to have his hands full today with Rowe and Ione combining on that right-hand side for England. And out for the first corner of the game for England. Lewis Orford of West Ham with the outswinger. As the heads go up, no one could make contact with it. It's hacked away in the end by Germany. It might come straight back at them. This is Naoni out towards the left-hand side. And Germany will look to strike forward as quickly as possible. Brunner. Well, on the half turn, here he goes. As he feeds it out to Kabar into the final third for him for the first time. His low ball in is intercepted though. And then I think the ball down the line was just sliced out of play as they were looking for Dans. You could see there, I think it was Dans who got up highest, couldn't make any contact with the ball from that corner. As we take over 10 minutes played, it's goalless here in this under-18 fixture. The Four Nations tournament, the under-18 Pinatas Super Cup. Well, these Four Nation tournaments are the best way for the under-18s to get action under their belts. That's Naoni, tries to dance into the box, just manages to nudge it for Dans. That may be the shooting opportunity for Orford. Now he keeps the ball rolling for Dyer. Now out towards the left-hand side. Well, there are no real UEFA recognised tournaments for the under-18s. So these mini tournaments which are organised in the international breaks are the way for this age group to prepare for the under-19s. As I said, the qualifiers for the Euro under-19s will be played out for this age group in autumn. And with Germany winning the under-17 World Cup, they'll be really looking, you would imagine, to follow that up with an under-19s win at European level. Herrick here. He is just under a little bit of pressure there from Murstedt. Managed to get it away in the end. And as Dans holds the ball up. Now on the turn, Tristan Rowe, and he's been caught in possession, has he? Well, he was caught, and then just fouling there, you could see, just having a little nibble there at Friedrich Müller of Dynamo Dresden. You can hear the German coaching staff on the sidelines booming out instructions to their boys. In constant communication with the team. As that one was just sliced out of play by Maximilian Herwerts. Well, Dan's unable to hold that one up, but he just tried to nick the ball back again. Brunner, though, thinking quickly from the throw. And it looks as though Murstedt thought that he should have a free kick there as he looked to turn his man, but the referee allowing play to go on. Salvador Abril Portillo. That's a lovely ball flicked out towards the right-hand side for Naoni. Just across the halfway line, but patient play from Dyer of Chelsea. Back out for Naoni. Well, both sets of players do look very comfortable in possession. They always seem to have that extra second on the ball. Young players from both countries, really well developed through the club academies. As Nallo, as an example, coming through at Liverpool. Ndala doing well to keep the ball and just losing out there as he went on the dribble down the touchline. Good defending from Moreira of St. Pauli. Quarter of an hour gone. No goals, not too many real chances either so far. Perhaps the Mürstedt one where he was closing down the keeper, the closest we've come so far. England did have a corner which was swung just over the head, I think, of Jayden Danns. Had no real shots in anger as yet. Patient play from both teams, very well organised. Saw in the opening fixture for Germany against the Netherlands, that 1-0 win. And I think these games will be pretty tight. And Czechia also no slouch either, coming by that 2-1 win against them by England. As David tried to come forward, trying to feed it towards Mürstedt. As England struggling to get the ball clear here. Finally, it does fall to the feet, though, of Dyer. And he's done really well just to keep possession, keep the ball rolling. But just there for a second, the English defence looked under a little bit of pressure from the Germans. Now Zadogu tries to push forward and press the English side, but they've managed to evade him. Low ball in towards Danns. Away by Germany, and here they come. Brunner trying to just pull away there from Rowe, who's done well to nod the ball out of play. Had one eye on the player, one eye on the ball. And the Aston Villa man making no mistake as he got it out and away from Brunner. Kabar with the throw on 17 minutes. A little nod away by Mürstedt. Looking for the run in from Brunner. They're looking to combine there on the edge of the box. Didn't quite come off. Ball just clipped over the top here. Looking, I think, for Dadai. Goes all the way through for Herrick. And bowls it out for Murray Campbell. Dyer. Looking to go a little more direct there for once, Dyer. As it bounces through for Schmidt. Helvet goes back to his keeper. Well, the English coaches wanting the likes of Danns to press a little more eagerly rather than standing off as they were there. Now Germany will look to punish them. Fine defending there as Cabal looked to break forward. And Rowe can come away with the ball over the halfway line. He's got Danns up with him. And looks to slide it there, though. Instead, I think for Nione, was it? fact, Jimo. Well, he had options. Did he choose the wrong one, though, Ro? In the end, it's also good defending there from Germany. Adogo it was who just got there ahead of the attacker. As we're into the 20th minute. I see a little foul coming in there from Murray Campbell on Darvish. A long ball from Adogo. And they've kept it here, Germany. In fact, have to retreat all the way back to Adogo. Just reset and now start again with the ball swept out towards the left-hand side for Brunner. And Rowe, well, there was no free kick given for the challenge, but Brunner certainly feeling the brunt of it. Perhaps he did just catch him after the ball had gone, but the referee just seemed fit to wave play on. Brunner back on his feet and ready to go, though. Here is Rowe, trying to cut inside Hervert. Now playing it for Naoni. Dans in a bit of a tight spot there, winning the free kick from one of two challenges on him. Just trying to wriggle past that first challenge from Müller. And Dyer. Murray Campbell. Comfortable coming up into midfield. And the ball has found its way to the feet here of Naoni. Gets to the byline. Can he deliver? Well, he tried to force it across. It's good defending in the end there from Kabar, sticking to his task. And that's the second corner of the game. Both of them to England so far. Midway through the first half. It's Lewis Orford who goes across to deliver. West Ham man, it's a short routine. Flicked back to Orford, who was in an offside position. Decent idea from England there. But again, fine defending from Germany, getting the line absolutely right. Showing great concentration. Well, it looks as though we are going to have a quick refreshments break. And a chance for the coaches Hanno Balic for Germany and Tom Curtis of England to get their boys together. First quarter of the game has gone and, well, it's goalless. No real chances as yet, but an attractive game nonetheless. Only two half chances so far earlier in the game, as Murstedt looked to put the pressure on the keeper Finlay Herrick, who pounced on the ball first. For England, they had a corner which flew just over the head of Jayden Dans. Other than that, it's been fairly even Stevens between the two, both keeping the ball on the ground. It's been a very interesting watch indeed. Looks as though we are ready to get restarted after that cooling break. On the camera they're focusing on Trey Nyoni of Liverpool. It's been a threat down the right-hand side, but so far Almugera Kaba has dealt with him very well. Tristan Rowe as well, looking to overlap the number 7, but Kaba dealing with everything. So the restart here at the feet of Maximilian Herwert. Just passing in short for Schmidt, and away we go here. The first run forward from Herwert since the restart. Kaba. Just a little slip there from him, but a great bit of skill as he tried to pirouette away. Was intercepted though by Dyer in the end. It looks as though he was just caught there. He's just trying to run off a little injury. He's just twinged a muscle. He keeps feeling the back of his hamstring. As here we see some great pace down the right-hand side there. I think it was Moreira breaking into the box. The keeper having to get it away, Herrick. Well, in fact, it's Alpha Rubrecht showing his pace. So he just was caught there, but nothing in it, as the first corner for Germany will come in here from Davich. And it comes left-footed, just palmed away by the keeper. The ball's still in the box here as the shot from Brunner's charged down. It's been good pressure since the restart from Germany. Mosted just showing his strength there against Murray Campbell to get the second corner for them. It's Davich again. Whipped in with great pace towards the near post and headed away. Only as far though as Moreira. Now Brunner. Back to Brunner again on the left-hand side. Now just trying to go between two players there. Says he was brought down. The referee not interested. As Dans perhaps can get away, but that's a fine sliding challenge coming in from David Adogu. The Wolfsburg defender impressing so far in this match. Rowe with the little throw in here. And Dan's this time winning the free kick from Davich. Just a little bit too aggressive there from Noah Davich, the captain and the Barcelona player. Who is Orford? Has the chance here to swing this one into the box from a deeper position. Just relieving a little bit of pressure that Germany have had since that cooling break as we come up towards half an hour. The ball to chase down here for Alpha Rubrecht. Undala. Back here for the defender Magoma. Rowe. He had Kabar right in his face there. And Germany win the ball high up the pitch. As we see the shot coming in, Davish just trying to, I think, use the outside of his left foot there. Well, let's have a look here. Rowe just giving it away. Mørsted for Davish. Indeed, he is trying to bend it, and I think it just takes a little nick there off the defender. Brunner, I think, wanted it fed through for him. Well, the corner this time from Davish taken short. In the end, though, the corner routine comes to nothing for Germany. A couple of chances now for Germany in the last 4 or 5 minutes. And Brunner there, almost getting the run on the ball. He's frustrated with himself, and it went through his legs. Couldn't quite gather it in. As England being pinned back at the moment by Germany. Schmidt under no pressure at all. Can pass inside his own box to Odogu. A longer ball down the park, just over the halfway line for Germany there, and a little bit of frustration. As I think Mørsted was offside, I think he was saying he wanted to come short and gather in the ball, but the ball was played too soon. Could get into an onside position. This is Dan's. It's tapped away from him. Here's Brunner. Well, he's surrounded by 3 players. He goes past 2 of them as he dropped the shoulder. A lovely ball by Dardai out towards the right-hand side. As Brunner continues his run and flashes one just wide. Lovely play again from the Borussia Dortmund man. Well, they're really starting to hit their stride now, the young Germans. Well, I don't know what Hanno Balic said to his boys during that cooling break, but it really has worked a treat here, pushing England back further and further as they look to take the lead with 33 minutes on the clock. Really harrying this England defence now. Herrick under pressure from Mørsted. And that's a very loose pass up the field from England, gifting possession to the Germans. Volleyed clear though by England this time as that ball was fed over the top. The flick in midfield in the end has come off. And it's a lovely run to the byline and well claimed by Max Schmidt. It was Joel Undala using his pace to get in behind. But in the end, that's fine keeping. Say that Naoni taking a leaf out of the Germany playbook there to press the German defence, and if for better distribution from the right-hand side, that may have been a chance for England. We're starting to see a much more open game now. A After a very tight first quarters, Murstedt has the chance now. It's a loose ball, and David just couldn't quite convert. Another chance goes begging for Germany. Well, in the end, England do get it away through Murray Campbell of Chelsea. Well, let's have another look at this one. The move starts through Alpha Rubrecht. Murstedt does manage just to get there, tries to squeeze it past. And Darvish, though, as he slid in, made contact with the ball, not with the keeper, but couldn't just knock the ball between the posts. Well, it's been an excellent performance from Germany, especially in the last 10 minutes or so since the restart after that cooling break. Really giving England something to think about. See another replay of it. Alpha Rubrecht for Murstedt. It's a great block actually by Herrick with his foot there, and he does well as well to just put Darvish off, I think. As now we see Ndala just exchanging passes there with Mekoma, and gets the ball back again here. Can't quite find, though, Trey Nyoni. As in the end, the ball has been knocked out of play by the German defender there, Morera, and it's another corner for England. At the moment, the pressure swinging first one way with Germany, and now the other with England. That's a nice ball into space here for Mekoma. Just gets to the corner of the box, feeds it out to the left-hand side. It's a poor ball in, and a poor clearance as well. In the end, it is out for the corner, though. Bensa Dardai closing down Jaden Mekoma. It's Germany's turn to do a bit of defending. Orford headed away at the near post by Germany. Murray Campbell for Rowe. Nyoni. And finds Rowe. It's a lovely ball, but the offside flag raised there against the full-back. Well, they're all glaring there towards the referee's assistant. Decent idea, though. They're from Nyoni and Rowe, as Rowe just came inside. Darvish with the header for Dardai. And the run is on down the right-hand side again. The delivery there just ahead of Murstedt. It will go on the left-hand side, though, for Brunner. The ball in fact, Cabard keeps it. It looked as though he was just going to clip that one in. He found Brunner instead, playing it safe. Odogu, that's a lovely looking ball. In the end though, the ball is lashed over the top there by Moreira. Just over 5 minutes to go in this first half. And Moreira with a fine run forward. Not quite the composure he needed with the finish though. One of these teams just snatched the lead before half-time. There's Naoni battling for the ball, but Bensadadai gets there first. Enter Berlin man. And Davich has just been caught there by Rowe. Is the referee reaching into his pocket, I wonder, for the yellow card? Davich doing really well there just to nick the ball away, and indeed Rowe does have his name taken. So the Aston Villa man, the first name in the book today. It's been a competitive fixture, but not over the top, and I think the referee has handled that well. Just letting the players know that he can be strict when he needs to be. Mr. Portillo. And the ball is down the left-hand side, looking to release Dan. See two defenders, though, for Germany come across to just stop that attack. And it looks as though both Dan's and the defender here, I think it's Odogu who's down. Yes, it is. They've both just picked up knocks. It's a clattering fall there for Odogu especially. Gingerly back to his feet. Absolutely fine to continue, the Wolfsburg player. Now 2.5 minutes of regular time to go. Imagine there'll be 2 or 3 minutes added on at the end of the half. Depends on the arrangement between the two teams, whether the cooling break will be added at the end of the half or not. We have had a stoppage or two just for little niggles. As Brunner gets away from the challenge and dances into the box. Opportunity here perhaps for him to pull the trigger. Passes across the edge of the box instead as the shot does come in, and it's caught by Herrick. Again, it's Brunner who is the danger man for Germany. Well, let's have another look here. Brunner just holding off the defender, Murray Campbell. And then it's Moreira who rattled in the shot there, but easily held by Herrick. Oh, coming towards the end of this first half, you'd have to say that Germany perhaps deserved the lead, but it has been a tight game. All of the matches so far in this Four Nations tournament have been for very evenly matched sides. was touched forward there, but it's been given away by Germany. That's cool defending under a bit of pressure there from Jimo. Murray Campbell. As it looks as though we're going to have 2 minutes of time added on, I believe. Just coming into that now. Or will there be late drama at the end of the first half, or will we go in all square and goalless? Germany with the best of the chances so far. Not really seen too many efforts on goal from England at all. And they have played some attractive football, but Germany, especially in the last 20 minutes or so, really have been turning the screw. Hanno Balic will be very happy with his side, I'm sure. And we'll just want more of the same in the second half. We'll see what Tom Curtis does with his team. And also, will it be all change at half-time, or is it going to be around the hour mark where we start to see substitutions? As Rowe just brings the ball down. Just over 30 seconds to go until the break. As the ball is won back there by Kabat, wins the throw in. One last attack then perhaps for Germany in this first period. The German player goes down, the play goes on. As we see Undala there, just managing to keep the ball in play. He's under pressure though from 2 German defenders. Forcing him into the corner as that is the half-time whistle. Well, it's England under-18s 0, Germany under-18s 0 in this Four Nations tournament match here. Join us in about 15 minutes or so to see if we will see a little bit more goal action. Germany with the best of the efforts so far, but can they get themselves into the lead? Welcome back to the second half of this Under-18 international between England Under-18s and Germany Under-18s. As you can see, the half-time scoreline is goalless, but Germany have been on top, at least for the last 20 minutes or so of that first period. It was a tight start to the match, but after the cooling break, Germany really revitalised, with Herrick in the England goal being called into action on a number of times and showing some good goalkeeping, the likes of Davich, Murstedt and Moreira being denied by him. England have played some decent stuff, but unable to break through a very well organised German back line. Let's see what happens over the next 45 minutes or so. Well, it is a Four Nations tournament at the Pinata Arena, the Under-18 Pinata Super Cup. And Germany facing their old rivals, England. This match coming after the opening win for Germany against the Netherlands, and they will face Czechia as well in a couple of days, as it looks as though Germany just making one change at halftime, with Friedrich Müller coming off and Kurt Ruger of Bayern Munich coming on. Hanno Balic obviously pretty happy with his side showing in that first half. Just a change in defensive midfield. Well, away we go then with the second half. England getting us back underway in their home shirt. They're wearing that shirt for the first time. Germany in their change strip, as they'll look to keep up the momentum of the first half at the start of this second period. Well, can Germany make it 2 wins from 2? Will it be England who keep up their 100% record after they beat Czechia? Or will it end as a stalemate? Early chance here for Dans to run at the German defence. It's a decent sliding tackle coming in on him, though. Now out towards the left for Undala. I'm sure England will want to get him on the ball more often. This time he loses out, and the counter-attack is on. Ball sprayed across towards the left-hand side. Good-looking ball. Brunner! Well, he went for goal with that right foot, just lashing it across. Well, it was a beautiful ball out towards him. As the 47th minute, it's the first chance of the second half. Well, Bruno really does look a great prospect, the Borussia Dortmund man. Play swings back up the other end, and it's a fine challenge coming in that, I think, from Kabar. Dardai out towards Alpha Rubrecht. Well, he seems to have taken one to the face here. There seems to be no harm done at first, but eventually I think that Megoma did catch him. No need for the yellow card, surely. As we see this excellent challenge, indeed it was Kabar. So at the start of this second half, the Borussia Dortmund contingent for Germany really impressing. As we see up the other end, this chance for Brunner, flashing it wide. Disappointed he didn't find the target. Well, it seemed that real treatment needed here for Alpha Rubrecht. Physio's just checking he's okay to continue. Seems to be a painful one. I think he's going to be okay to continue. It's just a poke in the eye for now. We can get going again with the German free kick. It's swept across towards the left-hand side. We're into the 5th minute of the second period. Just a little stoppage there, though, for that injury for Alpha Rubrecht. That will be added on at the end of the game. As there's a slip there from Naoni. That allows Germany to clear the ball back down towards Brunner here, and almost getting in behind. Murray Campbell with the recovery tackle. And now storming down the left is Magoma. Out for Undala. And that's another fine challenge coming in. It was Moreira. And again, beaten Undala to the ball. Just managed to keep it. That was Orford now. Spots a player out in space on the right-hand side for England. As it's a beautiful ball in, and a bit of a heavy touch there, though, by Jamaldine Jimo of Aston Villa. And the chance is gone. Naoni it was. Picking out the forward player, just stumbled as well as he made the touch. Well, a much more open second half than we saw at the start of the first. And more even as well. England now attacking more, as Germany took control of the game in the first half, getting a number of chances. Dadai wanted the ball there, but the referee blowing the whistle for some tugging there, and it's another yellow card for an England player. I think this time it's Nalo, perhaps. A little bit difficult to see. Now Odogu was dominant in that first half in defence. A long ball sprayed out towards the right-hand side. No chance really for Rubrecht to get that one. And as we see the replay there of the foul coming in, I think it was Naoni. So the two players on that right-hand side, Rowe and Naoni, both in the book. There's the confirmation of it. The yellow card for the English player. Looking for Mürstedt there. Germany, but the ball just evading him. The Hoffenheim man, though, did cause problems in the first half, forcing Finlay Herrick to scramble out to stop him on a couple of occasions. Dadai volleying the ball down the right-hand side towards Alpha Rubrecht. Flag raised. Now England racing forward through Megoma. And the ball just coming off the heels there of Moreira. Well, good pressing here from England. But it's really well played out there by Havertz, doing very well indeed to keep the ball. Udogu just selling his man. It looked as though England were going to pick up the ball in an advanced position. Udogu knew exactly what he was doing. As now Murstedt takes on Nallo. Little push there from Nallo. I'm surprised that wasn't given as a free kick for Germany. Decision is in fact it will be a free kick. Let's have a look from where. Oh, Darvish, can he get quality into the box? Dangerous position for a free kick here for Germany. 10th minute of the second half. Here he comes. It's whipped in and into the midriff there of Finlay Herrick. Comes to the edge of his box to bowl the ball out. Here comes the counter-attack from England. Germany charging back as well to get back into position. In the end, though, the ball towards Trey Nyoni, not good enough. Some of the passing from England has been pretty poor today. Germany forcing errors as Darvish somehow manages to squeeze that ball out towards the left-hand side. Now the flick. Brunner with the hold-up play. And that's nicely out to Moreira, who's showing up more and more on this right-hand side. Ball around the corner there, not quite coming off for Dardai. A risky back pass there, but Herrick managing to control the ball. The pass was between the posts. Luckily, his control was good enough as again the ball towards Nyoni. That was a good out ball in the first half for England. Not so in the second, they're just unable to find him. Moreira. And that's excellent from Benza Dardai. And coolly back to his keeper, Max Schmidt, who has been by far the quieter of the two keepers. Udogu towards the halfway line. Bit of a sloppy ball there, though, from Moreira this time. But he's recovered really well, winning the ball back ahead of Nyoni. Moreira again. Dogu back to Max Schmidt. And it's picked up here by Nallo. Orford. This time they are able to find Nyoni. Orford again for Undala. Quick ball through. Megoma, deep ball! And it's a sensational stop this time from Schmidt. It was Dan's at the far stick. Lovely stuff from England. A brilliant play all round. Max Schmidt showing that the Bayern keeper is real quality. It's Dan's with the final header. corner comes in for England, and it will be cleared pretty coolly here. Well, that's the best chance that we've seen in this game, and the best stop as well. Well, that will give confidence to England. Germany are going to have to watch themselves here coming up towards an hour. It's been Germany who've been on top at least since the 25th minute after the cooling break. They won't want to slip here. Just a little bit of a lull here after that big chance for Jayden Danns. I wonder if Hanno Balic will make another switch here. Brought on Kurt Ruger at half-time for Friedrich Müller. Tom Curtis of England thinking of bringing on Samuel Amo away. Amayo. He scored against Czechia. Gone and goalless between the old rivals England and Germany. I think we are going to see some substitutions being made now. It looks as though it's a triple change for England, with Jimo coming off. He's not really been involved in the game. Looks as though Orford and Nyoni also coming off. Will be Dibbling, Tyreek George of Chelsea, and Russell Denny also of Chelsea. There's a strong Chelsea contingent on the bench for England, with 5 players sat there. Murray Campbell, the only one in the... Sorry, no. Murray Campbell and Dyer both in the starting lineup. As we see Orford and for Russell Denny. So first big moves there from Tom Curtis. Tyreek George did score in the first half of the game against Czechia as well. I mentioned Amo Amayor. Those players, though, on the bench for today's match against Germany. Hanno Balic clearly pretty happy with how his side are playing. Brunner has been a real threat. Davich just trying to knock things together. To the right-hand side, well headed away there by Magoma. Ahead there of Alpha Rubrecht. Gets the ball again there. Now Dardai, bit of a heavy touch, but he's managed to keep the ball, and it's swung out towards the left and not quite finding the intended target there. I think it was Davich trying the clever first-time ball. Trying to catch England out. Schmidt just getting the ball away ahead of Dans. Also denied Dans with that brilliant save a couple of minutes ago. Balic there, looking pretty relaxed, but just trying to G on his boys to try and snatch the win here against England. Although it's goalless, it's been far from a boring game. Very interesting indeed to see this age group, the under-18s. Players developing as there's a chance here for England, and it's a horrible touch in the end from Tyreek George. Well, he's just come on as sub, and he'll want to get into the game much, much better than that. The ball threaded through to him by another sub there, Dibbling. And, well, he won't want to watch that one back too often. Dogu away with the long clearance. Dardai, well, he says he won the ball. Russell Denny going down and winning the free kick, though right in front of the referee with about 25 minutes to go. I think that the referee absolutely right in the end. There, barely touching Murray Campbell. Went to ground. Murray Campbell would rather run into a little bit of a dangerous spot with the Borussia Dortmund forward closing in on him. Just got away with that one. Dans just knocking this one back. It's across for Megoma. England starting to apply a little bit of pressure themselves now after absorbing a lot from the Germans. As I think Megoma there flagged offside. Southampton man just going too soon. Well, we're coming up to the midway point in the second half, and I think it's going to have to be a moment of magic that separates these two. We almost saw one as Dan's got the header towards goal, but he was magnificently denied by Max Schmidt. Dardai is down here. He's being helped to his feet, and it looks as though Hanno Balic is going to make a double switch now. Looks as though Bulut is about to come on, the number 2, as well as Nuha Yatta. First player from Schalke, the latter Yatta, if I may say that, of Leipzig. Well, not quite ready to come on yet. England just winning the ball there in defensive midfield, but the referee calling a halt to the game, and in fact it's another yellow card for an English player. I think this time it was shown to Murray Campbell. Well, 3 yellow cards in this game so far, all of them to the English side, as it was Dawi who tried to come forward. He was just clipped there in the centre circle. Looked as though play would go on. The referee just waiting to see if there was any advantage. There was none. Laurie Campbell there, the confirmation. Tristan Rowe was booked earlier, as was Trey Naoni. Naoni has already gone off, as it looks as though Alpha Rubrecht is one player coming off for Germany. England also making a double switch. As Ndale is off, Ameyor coming on. Well, all change for both sides now. Now another man off, Samuels Smith. Next Chelsea prospect coming on. Could almost field a side just with Chelsea and Liverpool players, in fact, at this under-18 range for England. For Germany, a little bit more diversity amongst the clubs. As we see, Darvich was the man withdrawn for Bulut. As Dans tries to dance into the box, he's still going. The ball comes back to him, and it's a lovely layoff, and the block comes in. Oh, chance there. Germany in the end, desperate defending, but they got it away. That's what matters. There's 20 minutes to go. Again, cool defending there from Herwert. Bulut. All the players look very comfortable indeed in possession, not panicking at all. All given away there. England racing forward again. Can they get another shooting chance? It's more good defending there. Next ball in for England. Dans, and he's giving it away, turns away in disgust at himself. And Morera, nice ball down the line, looking for Bulut. And gets the throw in the end. Just challenged there by Samuels Smith. Looks as though we're going to have another cooling break with just under 20 minutes remaining here in the south of Spain. Goalless. As well, let's see if Germany can get on top after the restart, much as they did in the first half after the cooling break. The first quarter of the game was very tight indeed, but once the players came back on after the cooling break, Germany taking over, and it's only in the last couple of minutes really that England have managed to get any pressure at all after absorbing a lot. Well, we've seen two decent opportunities, one at either end in this second half. Brunner just after half-time, lashing wide from an angle. And then in the 58th minute, the big highlight of the game so far, it must be said, as Liverpool player Dans got a header in towards goal. He climbed high to meet Magoma's cross, but it was a superb stop from Max Schmidt in the Germany goal. The Bayern Munich young keeper showing he has real quality. And that's what's kept it goalless so far. It looks as though we are ready to continue then for the final 20 minutes or so. There is Dans. He was the man who forced that brilliant save from Schmidt. Well, who can make it 2 wins from 2 here in this mini tournament. The Under-18 Pinata Super Cup. 2 old rivals coming together. There's a little flick there, doesn't quite reach its target. England able to intercept, and they'll hoof the ball clear. Dan's trying to drop deep there to pick up possession, missing out on the ball entirely. Bouncing ball is through there for Finlay Hirek. He will be pretty happy, and he's been quieter in this second half. Just over a quarter of an hour to go of the game, plus stoppage time. Well, we had 2 minutes in the first half. I think we'll have a little bit more of that in the second half due to all the changes that have been made by both coaches. Now Dance, clever ball, chance for England, and it's again snuffed out there by Schmidt. Superbly done by the big man at the back. Dan's there, the creative fulcrum for England. Well, here is a replay of the chance. Dan's on the half turn. Very clever ball there for Tyrick George, and he does well to lash in the shot. And again, Max Schmidt standing tall here. Germany might be a little bit worried that they've been on top in the game, but Schmidt has kept them in it as well, as we see that Samuel Smith was booked there. Well won by Adogu. Pushing up into midfield. Here's Bulut. Good deep ball across. It's nodded back towards goal. And just drifting wide in the end there from Murstedt. Well, chances at both ends in a couple of minutes. Murstedt, I think it was pretty comfortable in the end for Hirek. Didn't really feel that he was under pressure there at all. Well, 13 minutes remaining as England get into the final third once more. There's a row there, just passing the ball back. Might see a shot here from range, although Dibbling, well, they force him all the way out towards the left wing. He was in a more central position. Here he is again. This is Dyer. See much less of the ball in this second half. He started off as the main midfield player in the game, pulling all the strings at the start. As a free kick there is given. It was Rowe who was cutting in again from that right back berth. Just brought down as he passed the ball forward by Kabar. Oh, Schmidt will hope he's not tested again here. As it's Russell Denny standing over the ball. He looks the most likely to try and lift this over. He does, but a bit of a lack of communication there. And the ball just sent bouncing through to Max Schmidt this time. Oh, smashed clear now by Schmidt upfield. Looking to get his team into an advanced position as quickly as possible. Well, good composure being shown by both sides in this game. As the foul comes in on Moreira. It was Tyreek George who brought him down. The two 17s clashing there on the halfway line. And you can certainly see why. A little grab and a trip as well. And looks as though a little bit of cramp has been suffered as well by Eric da Silva Moreira of St. Pauli. Hanno Balic might be forced into making another switch here. Well, I think he's okay to continue, but they may not want to push it too hard, as Lucas Reich, it seems, is now the ball played out by the England keeper Herrick. England crossing the line. And good play though from Germany just to try and shepherd England into the corner, but the cross comes in and there's absolutely no one there on the end of it. Decent idea though from Russell Denny. Germany there showing that they really do have great tactical awareness. Now Murray Campbell, just over 5 minutes remaining plus stoppage time here. Who can make themselves a hero for these two old rivals? It has been a very exciting game, in fact. Not too many chances in this second half, but that one from Dan's, a superb header from Max Schmidt denying him. And Tyreek George as well. Just testing the Bayern keeper. To say that if it ends all square, that would be deserved for both teams really in this 4-team tournament. Super Cup in Pinotar. There's a run forward from Lucas Reich for the first time. Mörstedt looking to thread it through towards Brunner, and he's frustrated he couldn't quite get there. Has been a constant thorn in the side of the England team. They've had to keep a real eye on him. Long ball from England, a lovely little touch there on the right-hand side. As the ball is lashed into the side netting. Superb play there, being shown by Amo Ameyor. Well, 87th minute, and here's the corner to come in from Russell Denny. And headed away. Towering header there from the German defender. Well, time running out for both these sides here to get the win. I would imagine that Hanno Balic will be very happy though with the display from his side. They've looked strong in defence, kept the ball well in midfield, and with the likes of Ruprecht, Darvich, and especially Brunner, dangerous in attack too. It's been a really good workout for the German boys. England very evenly matched against the Germans. That's another excellent piece of defending there. Lucas Reich under a bit of pressure, but chesting the ball down coolly. Here's Adogu. He's been a really great presence as well for this Germany under-18 side. Now Jatta. And again, the Leipzig man taking on Dans. Quick ball for Reich. And the ball bobbling around at the edge of the box before